Hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are joining from. Thank you so much for tuning in this session with me today. So let me start by saying first thing that today's live session is not about a promotional session. It's not about a promotional talk. I'm not going to sell anything. I'm not going to talk about my course. So it's just a very casual and friendly conversation that I wanted to have with all of you, especially those who are working in privacy or thinking about switching their career into the data privacy. So this is the topic which I keep hearing from, you can say that from my many colleagues, my juniors, many of my friends that okay, uh, why this privacy jobs, why how this privacy career is secure for next 5 years or next 10 years, how long this career will go, whether I should jump into this domain or not, all things basically. So and honestly this question makes sense because if you are investing your career, your time, your learning in one area, so you want to be sure that it has stability, right? So you don't want to join something that disappears after 5 years. So, in this session, let's break down, let's talk about it openly, transparently, and clearly. And I also want to hear from you your thoughts while I'm speaking. That like feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments. I'll go through them with them later because sometimes your perspective adds even more value to the conversations. Okay. So now, why we are even discussing this? Yes, because the privacy landscape is booming. Think about last 7 years. Take the situation of last 7 years. 2018, GDPR came into existence. I just give my scenario to you. That when I joined my career in data privacy in 2018, there was nothing. Only the GDPR was there and the CCPA was there, but CCPA was not that much hype. But GDPR, European countries provided that GDPR, and they have some stricter regulation at that time, but not like today. Okay. So uh, at that time, companies were just updating their privacy notices as per the GDPR, nothing more than that. And even only the European companies and the US companies or those companies who are dealing with the European candidates, okay, they were just more focusing about the GDPR. But in the today's session, today's era, basically, many laws are evolved. Many laws have evolved. Either it is LGPD in GDPR, sorry, LGPD in Brazil, PDPL in Saudi Arabia, then DPDPA in India, then Singapore, China, many more laws. Even US, so basically US don't work on the federal laws, they work on the state laws. So even right now, I think 12 or 13 states apart from CCPA, that is California, have their private data privacy laws. And more states are also evolving their data privacy laws. So this is the revolution is happening in the market in the current situations. So every time a new law comes, companies start asking that, okay, how do we comply with this law? Who will handle these situations? Then who understand the law? What to do with this law? And yes, that's where privacy professional that we actually come into the picture. Yes, but on the flip side, there's also a talk about automation, AI, compliance tools, and people is actually asking that these tools, like you have heard about the tools like OneTrust, Security.ai, TrustArc, Big ID, many more tools are coming in the market. Are they going to replace our privacy jobs? And these are the things actually we are going to discuss in this session. So you will get a understanding that okay, if you want to switch your career in data privacy or you are still in the data privacy, then how you can excel in this career, how you actually shift your current career to the data privacy. So everything you will get to know from this session today. So let's start with the most obvious point, that data privacy is not a trend, it's a necessity. Okay, so today's every single organization runs on data. Either it is bank, e-commerce, healthcare, education, even your food delivery app. Okay, everything. They all are powered by data, and not just any data, but your personal data, but my personal data, but our personal data. Either it is our name, address, preferences, behavior, bank details, financial details, government IDs, many details they have. And after COVID, we like actually went on digitalization. Many things are on the digital paper. Many apps are being there who are actually working on the digitalized things. So they have lot of data right now with us. Okay, our data is exist everywhere. Okay, so where's theirs data, theirs has to be privacy. And because if privacy is missing, trust is missing, and if trust is missing, then business is also missing. Okay, so this is the motto actually. So we all have seen many of the cases where actually companies have many data breaches, many things, and actually lost trust of their customers and all these things. And we have seen that, okay, I know that many companies are coming right now that, okay, we will not take any of your browsing history and all these things, so you can switch on this browser. And many people actually switched on this. We always talk about that, okay, Apple have prioritized the data privacy. So we and it was like before the news came about the Apple Siri. I'm not sure, but yeah, there was a news came about the Apple and Siri. So before that, Apple was considered as a very secured like device for the data privacy. Okay, likewise. Now, uh, so when people ask me, will privacy jobs still relevant? And I say one thing, that as long as data exists, as long as we exist, privacy will exist, and data is only going to grow. So demand for privacy professionals obviously going to grow. It's only going up and up. Like I have seen from my personal instances from 2018 to 2025, from my experience, I have seen that how the data privacy jobs are growing. Yes, these are growing. So, so now another important point is that scope of privacy role is expanding. Yes, earlier privacy jobs were very limited. Okay, that I told you that the data protection officer was there, a compliance manager was there, and a small privacy professional was there just to just they touch normal things of the privacy. But now that I told you that from theoretical execution, now privacy has completely changed into the practical execution. Many things are changing, many things are rapidly changing. So organization also required many employees just to touch everything about the privacy. Either, like I would just say that they required privacy analyst who can manage their data subject request or conduct a privacy impact assessment. They required privacy engineers who can design their system with privacy by design. They need consultant who guide companies through compliance journeys. So, and now with the AI, there are new roles are coming, that AI risk manager, AI policy lead, and even privacy product managers. Many roles are coming in today's area. So if you are in privacy today, you don't have to stick on one small box. You can go into the legal, technical, consulting, training, governance, risk, audits. So many different tracks are opening up. Likewise, I am in the training section that I am teaching all of you from my training sessions and all these things. Likewise, there are a lot of things to do in data privacy right now, and that's a good sign, because in career expansion means more opportunities, more demand, and more long-term security. So yes, it's a very good point to us. Now, let's talk about a big elephant in the room. That is AI. That's the question I talked to you. A lot of people tell me that, hey, with automation tools like OneTrust, Big ID, security, our privacy jobs won't disappear. So, my answer is simple. Tools can do task, but can they do judgment? Like automation is there, it's good. It helps while repetitive work like record of processing activity, data mapping, scanning systems for personal data. But when it comes to decision making, while assessing any risk, that this risk is acceptable in my organization or not, or interpreting how a regulation applies in a specific context, this still requires human expertise, obviously. Uh, if you need to assess that, okay, for this vendor or for this application, do I have to conduct a PIA, or how to conduct a PIA, then this is the judgment that from us. uh, I would just say that AI is not going to help this judgment. If you are in data privacy field, you still see that if was one vendor or one business owner is filling up the questionnaire, from these questionnaire we are making the judgment that, okay, an assessment is required or not. For data subject request as well, we are building the web forms, we are creating the workflows, and we only are replying on the data subject request. and we are only the taking up the action. It's just like automation, these tools are just helping us to skipping the steps but not making the judgments. Okay, think about it. A tool might tell you that, okay, there are 10,000 records are at risk, but it won't tell you whether the reputational damage, the regulatory penalty, or the ethical impact is bigger or not. That's where privacy, we as a privacy professional step in. Okay, so AI is not a replacement, it's more like a co-pilot. It will make your work more efficient, but it can't take away the need for a human privacy professionals. Okay, so I think that point is also clear. Now, let's talk about those who are trying to break into this privacy field. So I get this question from a lot, that is this the right time to move into the privacy? And my question to this answer, my answer to this question is always yes. In fact, there's never been a better time because the demand is growing. The field is still young compared to the other industries, because obviously this field is growing, developing. Every time a new law is coming, or if there is an existing law, every time there is a new changes happening into the any law. So you have to be keep updated yourself with every trend going in the market for data privacy, and that's where actually the role actually required a perfection. So when any law, when any like say field is in the developing stage, it's a very good time to break into this field, because that's my advice. Don't limit yourself. Don't just stop at learning laws. Learn the basics of technology. Learn how data flows in an organization, how security and privacy overlaps, and how AI impact data use. Because the privacy professionals of tomorrow is not just a compliance person. They are someone who can talk to IT teams, to business leaders, to legal teams, to regulators, and connect the dots. Okay, I always say that data privacy is the blending of legal and the technical. There is a coin that is data privacy. It has two sides. One is legal, one is technical. Both are incomplete without each other. So okay, so if you are keep upskilling yourself, if you stay curious, privacy is not just a secure career. It's a career that will help growing with you. Okay, that will keep growing with you. So yes, you have to be stay compliant, and it's a good time. Again, I'm just telling you, it's a good time to enter into this field. So don't late yourself, because yes, this is a good time. So all things now we have covered. So now I'd love to know from you that what do you think about this? Do you feel privacy is a safe career for the next 10 years? Or do you still think that there are risks we need to prepare for? Drop your thoughts in the chat and I will go through them with after this session. And who knows, your comment might spark an even bigger conversation later on. So, while wrapping up this session, first, privacy is here to stay because data is everywhere. If we exist, data is exist, then privacy jobs will also exist. Then jobs roles are expanding, they are not shrinking. So just hit the market. This is the right time to hit the market. Third one is AI is supporting, not replacing us. It is just helping us. Okay. So if we are coping up with the AI, it will help us only. It will not replace it. And use the AI with a uh, good way, in a very unique way. Just try to use it. It will help you a lot, because actually it is helping me a lot. And for newcomers, this is the best time. So hit in the market, hit in the jobs, prepare yourself, get the practical knowledge wherever you can. Hit the market and get the job. If you enter right now, I would just say it's a big win for you, because I can say when in back 2018, when we joined as a career in data privacy, you won't believe the salary was so high, and that's why we are on the 7-digit salary right now. And it's not the starting of the 7-digit, it's somewhere good in the 7-digit, I would just say. But yes, if you are seeing that, okay, now the that was a starting salary at that time, but now if you are seeing, if you see that, okay, that salary is 6-digit only, or a basic digit, I would just say it is going to reduce in like for the entry point. It is going to reduce, it will going to reduce. So hit in the market as the correct time. And I would definitely vouch for one thing, When you will enter in this market, it is going to jump and you won't believe that how much you will get the jump. So just hit in this market. So in my personal opinion, privacy as a profession has one of the most secure and meaningful future, because we are not just doing compliance, we are protecting people, we are protecting trust, and in today's world, that's priceless. If a company has maintained a trust, people will come to them, because today's market, everyone as a customer, you also afraid that okay, what is going to be with my data. So any company who are actually maintaining trust for the customer, it's a good one. So you have to maintain that trust. So thank you so much again for joining me today. I hope this session gave you some little bit of clarity, confidence about the future of data privacy jobs. So let's keep this community strong, let's share knowledge, and let's grow together. Take care, and I'll see you soon in the next session.